Hey guys, it's Katie from heykatie.net. Jumping back in, I know it's been a while, but I wanted to start again with a December plan with me. For those who've been following my channel, I used to bullet journal a lot 2 years ago, and that's what made me start this channel. And so I thought it would be a natural way of reintroducing myself by starting with this. So first up we have my December cover page, which is a painting I did just with watercolors of a winter scene in a snow globe. I didn't get a recording of the video because I didn't think I was going to make this, but it's a really nice way to just introduce the month. And then we move on to my vision board. This is something I've been doing for the last couple of years in my journal, which is creating a vision board every month, which just helps to focus me on what I want to accomplish that month and get done. For December, I'm actually not working too much this month, so this is more about focusing on family and winter and Christmas. I've got 4 little boys, for those who don't know, and so focusing on the family is a really big deal. They're obviously super excited because it finally snowed, and we've got snow for December. Hopefully it'll last until Christmas. Last year we had a green Christmas and they were so disappointed. But yeah, this vision board is all about just focusing on the good things about December and kind of relaxing and enjoying winter, basically. So yeah, that's what this is all about. Yeah. Moving on to my December calendar page. I'm not big on calendars in my journal, to be honest. It's something that I just decided to do because I'm kind of practicing. This is actually going to be my 2019 journal, and I have a whole video that's going to come up about how I set it up for the new year. But I just didn't want to wait that long to get started because I get really excited about projects, and then if I don't act on them right away, I kind of lose interest, and I wanted to make sure that did not happen. So I decided to start with December and kind of practice really and decide what kind of elements I wanted to include for every month. And so I thought I'd do this calendar and see if it's something that I actually used or not. I anticipate that I probably won't use it because I'm not big, like I said, on calendar pages. But it's just a nice little thing, and it helped kind of get me in the groove of creating pages and practice some of my skills on planning. I mapped everything out in pencil beforehand. And I still managed to mess it up, which is so typically me, really. I added some nice decorations with some kind of botanical line drawings of poinsettias and some holly and things like that. I added a little quote to the bottom and a bird of peace. And I'm so sorry that most of this is kind of cut off. This is the first time I've ever done this sort of video with my new camera and setup. I actually used my Pixel 2 phone, and you should have seen me. It took weeks to finally figure out how to get it set up properly, and then I managed to botch it by not having everything in the scene. I do fix that later in the video, so watch out for that. For those that don't know, obviously I started this channel 2 years ago to have a kind of way of sharing my bullet journal videos. So it's nice to go back to that, and I'm actually considering changing the name of my channel and my blog from Hey Katie to something a little more, I don't know, generic that explains what I'm about. But I haven't done that yet. You could see I kind of messed up the bottom of the calendar, so I just covered it with a sticker and went on, and that worked well. I've never done a voiceover for a video before, so this is really weird for me. And it's also been a big headache because I've actually recorded this voiceover 8 times, and something has gone wrong every single time. And mostly it's the input, like it just wasn't working for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm hoping it works this time. I'll be so disappointed if it doesn't. Moving on to my mood tracker, this is something that I thought was so cool and so unique when I was making it, which was like 2 weeks ago, because I did all this a couple weeks ago, but only just got around to editing it, and like I said, it's been going wrong. And yeah, I thought it was so unique and so cool. And then I was scrolling Instagram and I noticed someone else did the exact same thing, which is mountains in the background and having the trees be the mood tracker. And I was just so sad because I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. And yeah, it's been done. So I'm not unique or special in any way. For the colors, I was using my Tombow markers, and I actually wrote down which colors I used, and then I lost the piece of paper that tells me, so I have no idea. So I'm gonna have to wing it for the rest of the month and kind of hope that I find the similar colors. But yeah, the idea is to color in the trees with different colors to match my mood, and at the end of the month I'll have this really pretty forest. And obviously I made the 25th a Christmas tree because, you know, I had to. Moving on to my habit tracker. This is something I'm not entirely sure how I want to set it up going forward, but this is how I always used to do it, which was a really simple graph sort of thing with the dates across the bottom and the habits across the side, and just kind of Xing out the days that I do whatever habit. Again, I kept to the mountain and tree theme, which I really like. I live in the mountains. I am in Utah, so it's just very natural for me to look outside and see mountains and trees. And yeah, I just wanted to keep track of certain habits, like taking my medications because I'm on antidepressants, and things like, journaling and budgeting and all that sort of thing, working on my blogs. I also have a section for sex because, well, to be perfectly frank with you, we're not getting any at the moment. One of the side effects of my antidepressant is that I have no libido. So for the sake of my poor husband, I want to make more of an effort to try and integrate it into our lives. So that's on there. And then moving on to a very December specific spread. This is a gift ideas spread where I am tracking kind of things we want to buy for our 4 kids and my husband and my mother-in-law, and we got my sister-in-law for our sort of gift exchange this year. So yeah, I've just wanted to create a little spread to keep track of ideas for what I want to buy them because I haven't bought any presents yet. I just put my Christmas tree up. It's the 5th, and I just put the Christmas tree up, so we're really late with things this year. We also decided to implement a budget this year, which we've not done before. Last year, things got a little crazy and out of hand because we had my son was born the 18th of December, and I knew my other kids were going to feel a little kind of left out with all the attention he was getting, so we went a little crazy with the spending, and we hosted, and so we made a lot of food and bought all the stuff for everybody to come to our house, and my mom was visiting for the birth, so she was here for Christmas, and so I think we ended up spending somewhere like $3,000, and that is just crazy. So this year we decided we're going to spend $100 on each kid, and that will be plenty. And so yeah, I'm more planning out the gifts this year. Last year I just winged it and just went crazy and bought anything I could think of for each kid. So this year I'm being a lot more thoughtful about it and really putting some time into, figuring out exactly what would work best for each child. I am kind of mad that I didn't erase the pencil marks on all these pages. It just is so much work to do that. And then I have just a double page spread, one for each of my blogs because they are my job, so to speak. It's where I earn my income. And so I have 2 blogs, Hey Katie, which is this one, and It's a Mother Thing, which is my mommy blog that I've had for years and years. And it's just somewhere where I can put ideas for blog posts and videos. Video is something I really want to get more into over the next year, so this will help me, I think. And then I am into my expenses and income tracker because I'm really bad about it, and my accountant hates us because for the last 2 years we haven't got our taxes done until October, right at the extension cutoff, and we want to make sure we're on top of it over the next year. So I figured this will be a better way of tracking things and making sure I'm logging it in my Quicken, QuickBooks, and so we can actually get our taxes done on time this year. And I've also got a gratitude page where I can just track memories and things that I want to be grateful for. And now finally, I'm moving into this sort of daily, weekly spread. I've never been big on weeklies. I don't like creating things in advance because some days I have nothing going on, and so I end up with like a big blank space, and it really upsets me and frustrates me, and I don't like it, and it makes me less likely to bullet journal if I'm seeing these big blank spaces, and so I end up buying a new journal and restarting because I am one of those people that has to have all of my ducks in a row, and if things go wrong, I cry. So yeah, and I wanted to try a sort of Dutch door spread this time around. I've never done it before, and I've seen it done, and it wasn't like something that I was like thinking was a great idea, because the idea of cutting pages out of my journal just like fills me with, you know, trepidation. But I also have taken on a more scrapbooky sort of way of journaling these days. So my pages get really thick, and there's so much on them that it's kind of nice to cut some pages away and have some empty space that makes it so that the journal doesn't get too thick, which I think is a good thing. I've basically just done the days of the week across the bottom, 6 days, so I did Monday through Friday, and then the weekend is one big box because I have less on the weekends for the most part. And then I stuck in a monthly goal tracker up top, the calendar for the month, and then on the other side I just put some Christmassy decorations. And yeah, that's about it for that spread. It's nothing fancy, but again, December is its own beast. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love having you guys here, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll